Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Albuquerque International Sunport. We're thrilled to see everyone today. We've got a really packed agenda, a number of speakers, so we're going to try to keep this very succinct so that we can also do the ribbon cuttings with the mayor who's here today to celebrate with us. I just want to really start by thanking the staff and the team here at the Sunport. It took a small army to not only develop, the RFP, to bring in the local businesses and the big operators who were here to celebrate their presence here at the Sunport, but also to run the renovation project, to do all the communications, to make sure the public was aware of what we're doing. It really is a huge effort and a team effort. And I want to thank everybody for always showing up every day with heart and purpose. It's just a real pleasure to be part of this team and the leadership here at the Aviation Department for the City of Albuquerque. We have a lot of people to thank, but I'm going to keep that short. I believe we have the Deputy Secretary for State Tourism here today representing the state, Shanna Sasser. So thank you for being here. I know we also have folks from the Black Chamber of Commerce. Carla Kazi is with us today. We also have Roberta Begay from the American Indian Chamber of Commerce of New Mexico, and Lindsay Kay from West. So just thank you so much. Visit Albuquerque also here today. I'm going to go ahead and hand the microphone over to Mayor Keller. Mayor, thank you for coming to celebrate with us today, sir.
All right, well, listen, this is yet another awesome festive occasion at the Sunport. And so I know just from everyone that I'm able to meet in our street and in our streets and shopping and everything, everyone's like, love what you're doing at the Sunport. And so I just want to say that it is that good. And it's because of all of you. So literally just really quick, as Manny said, there's a lot of folks that we want to share thank yous with. But for everyone here, thank you for being a part of this. City staff, vendors, everyone, round of applause. And today, of course, we celebrate the opening of our sort of primary retail operations. And I know growing up here as a kid, we've always loved our Sunport, even when it was the brown square tile instead of the brick. Some of you may remember that, or when you went under and past the Kachinas. We've always had an awesome airport. Penny remembers what I'm talking about. But in the more modern era, what I also remembered was wow, we have this amazing airport, and none of it's local. This was a long-standing issue and a big reason why we wanted to do this project. We know we needed a physical renovation, but it was really never about that. It was about how do we actually become a representation of all of our state, from the art to the retail and to the food. And that really is what we're celebrating here. We are not done entirely, but we are by far more than halfway there. And now I think we can officially say that we represent New Mexico. And so we're going to hear all the ways in which we do that. But in total, we have about 19 vendors. So we have our small Ascend program, which we've talked about. Those are the kiosks that are all around. But today is really our anchor retail establishments that you see here all around us. And there's a range of folks who help put this together that we very much appreciate it, from the actual folks who make the things that we sell here that all live in New Mexico, to the folks who run it, who run these retail establishments in Santa Fe and in Albuquerque anyway. And it's very much mirroring what we do with food. The fact that we make all this food here and that we sell it here and it's the same restaurants that we love and enjoy around town, that's what we now have together. And I will tell you anecdotally, we allow people to now come here without a flight. You can get a ticket and just come and visit. And the funny thing is, so many people did Christmas shopping at the airport, and now on Fridays and Saturdays, it's extra busy at night because people actually come here just to eat, which is awesome. And so it just shows that this concept is working. But of course, it's also economic development, right? This is literally connecting local jobs and local employment to also out-of-state buyers because, folks, half the purchasers at least are from outside New Mexico. So they're putting money into the economy, but also growing the jobs locally here. And so you can see how this all fits together in an amazing new Sunport experience that truly is achieving the dream of flight, both literally, but also the flight lifting up our entrepreneurs, lifting up our local businesses, and celebrating who we are as a city. And so there's many components to this. I'm not going to go through all of them, but in terms of highlights, we of course have our sort of anchor Los Poblanos, and we have our, all things Santa Fe. Yes, we're representing Santa Fe here, which is really Mountain Standard Time. Also, Albuquerque stuff, but like wonderful to have, again, that full New Mexico representation and our iconic state capital really crystallized into great things to buy by Mountain Standard Time. And then, of course, at our museum shops, right? The museums as literally a reflection of who we are culturally. Now you can access all of those great products right here in the airport, even if you can't make it to all the museums. And then, of course, we have Duke City Station. And that's kind of the fun zone, if you will, because you've got your drinks and your snacks, maybe even some Dion salad dressing. And you also have, of course, iconic things that we love in our city, like the Albuquerque United, like UNM Press, and also like Meow Wolf. Right, round of applause for all of those great things. And so now, finally, this is for all of us to either take with us to give to our friends and family when we go visit other places, and of course, for everyone returning home, trying to gather all they can up of New Mexico before they go back out on the road. Now you can actually do that here. And so this is a reflection of a lot of strong partnerships. And so I know Manny and Gary are going to speak to those. I'm just going to touch, I think, on two things. Number one, I'm going to pop out and say bye to the Lobos, because they're flying out down in like gate 12. And Manny's going to continue, and then I'm going to come back so we can open each restaurant. But this is how we do it, because we got to support our team on the road to Grand Canyon. But I'll just close my remarks by saying, for me, this has been a dream, both in a sense of the opportunity to be your mayor, and being from here, and also trying to have lasting impact on our community in ways that lift all of us up. This is a strong example of that. But I know that dream would never even come to fruition without everyone who's made this possible. And it has taken us years. These RFPs are difficult. There's, scoring, and there's legal stuff, and there's everything in between. And then eventually, the actual business community has to come through and do what you see all around you. And so I do just want to appreciate, this is truly not just a reflection of our community in terms of the products available. It's a reflection of our community celebrating each other, supporting each other, and putting up with government bureaucracy to make that happen. So thank you on behalf of the city of Albuquerque for sticking it out and following through on this project. Thanks so much. I'll be back.
Thank you so much, Mayor. As one of those government bureaucrats, I thank you for your patience working through all of this. No, it really has been a great pleasure. We were really impressed with Marshall Retail Group when we first met some of the folks from the company several years ago. And I think what we recognized in them was really a vision to do airport retail concessions the right way, bringing in local brands, having those local partnerships, and really reflecting the best of what the city has to offer. So we have that, and I'm grateful to the folks at Marshall Retail Group, parent company WHSmith. Some of you know them by that name, but really grateful for their vision and for really responding to what we said we wanted, and we're getting it. And today is a celebration of that. Marshall operates 8 of the 10 retail units in this airport, and it's just been a real thrill to work through that partnership. I'd like to welcome my colleague and fellow visionary and vision executor, Gary Gilliard, Deputy Director. Come on up, Gary.
Thank you. Good afternoon, good afternoon. I'd like to say let's give a hand to all the artists and vendors standing here now, and you're in the airport, so welcome. I'm here to introduce you to some of the individuals who made this happen. So I want to start with Denise Epp and Evan Giesler, two architects who are actually introducing their new brand to the airport industry, Mountain Standard Time. Now, these two individuals are not new to airport retailing or designing airport stores. We've been seeing them around the country, so we're pleased to see them put their stake in the ground here at our Albuquerque Airport. They've chosen Mountain Standard Time, which is a brand known for contemporary sensibility and regional identity. These are all descriptions to refresh this new journey of retailing. It tells a real story. If you haven't walked the store, take the walk, and that's exactly what they've created in their store. It's rooted in American Southwestern design and something that we call high desert Southwest living. So this is a reset for our program, and we're excited to introduce Denise and Evan. Please join me.
So I'd like to invite Yvonne Geisler, my husband, up. My name is Denise Ip, and I am the owner of Mountain Standard Time. Just a few words of gratitude. Mountain Standard Time would not exist if not for the talent, thank you, trust, and creativity of our local community. We are deeply grateful to the makers and vendors who bring heart and craft to everything they do, including Danae Jewelry, Sattva Botanicals, I'm looking for you out there, hi, Made Solid, Whiskey and Clay, Sadie Ray, David Gray, where are you, David Gray? Ernest Thompson, Laws of Nature, Cacao Chocolates, Thin Air Goods, Michael Rowanhorse, Cynthia Jones, and Kristen Bortles. My husband, Yvonne Geisler, without his design and grounded principles, Mountain Standard Time would not be the stunning example of the best of New Mexico that it is. We also want to acknowledge the staff for putting in tremendous effort every day to provide excellent customer service to the traveling public. And lastly, we also extend our sincere thanks to our incredible general contractor, Cameron Chaney of David Cameron Construction, whose care and precision made this space possible, to John and Kathleen Avila, to Teresa Curl, to Matt Remby for your years of support, encouragement, and belief in this vision. This work exists because of you. Thank you.
I'd like to bring a story forward on Marshall Retail, which evolved into WHSmith. WHSmith is an England or UK-based corporate global player in the airport industry, but WHSmith North America is quite a large team of professionals. They are one of the leading airport operators and concessions, known for convenience stores, news and gifts, electronics, specialty retail stores, licensed brand. But what's important with Albuquerque is they're known for local sense of place and authenticity. The store behind you, Duke City, is classified as convenience store. In that store, you'll find all travel essentials, but table after table after table, you will scream local and representation. So we are excited to be partnered with them. We welcome them to Albuquerque Sunport, but we're also delighted that they brought with them partners who are from our community. In addition to stores such as Nob Hill, Duke City, Global Mercado, Great Hall Landing, all of those have been branded to connect with the streets of Albuquerque, the neighborhood. In addition, you've heard we have Los Poblanos, museum store. This is the company that we signed up for. We're excited. And I'd like to introduce the Vice President of Commercial Transformation, Ian Rankin. Please join me.
Thank you, Gary. It's a pleasure to be here in Albuquerque today and mark the opening of our 8 stores here in Sunport. I'd like to begin by thanking Mayor Tim Keller and Cabinet Secretary Deborah Garcia Gregoria. We're grateful for your leadership through you and your teams in shaping such a beautiful city and the broader state of New Mexico. Since I've been here one day, I've already felt the culture and community spirit and ultimately the importance of local businesses. Personally, for myself and for the business WHSmith North America, it is an honor to open these stores in a place that puts such an importance on identity and people. A heartfelt thank you to our airport partners, Gary Gilliard and Manny Manriquez, and all those in the Sunport team. You've been fabulous, patient, and trusting partners, and looking at these stores today shows what true partnership and collaboration can deliver for the traveling customers in the many years to come. I'm delighted that what we set out to achieve is embodied by these stores that reflect the character, creativity, and pride of New Mexico, and the feeling of being unmistakably Albuquerque. This project has delivered a number of firsts for us. Our partnership with the Museum of New Mexico Foundation is such a special one, bringing artists, historians, and cultural institutions from across the state and putting these front and center for our customers, sharing the culture whilst also supporting, through the sales, the educational cultural program. We are equally proud to be working alongside Los Poblanos and so many other local subsidies. When embarking on a project like this, one can't overlook the team aspect. And Brian Anderson and his team have displayed every single company value in abundance to get our stores operational and ready for customers. Without leadership like this and teamwork with our construction, design, and NSO team, our business wouldn't exist. Thank you. Now to our joint venture partners. With a portfolio operating under a 40% small business model, we are proud to be working alongside local partners such as Matt Remby from Los Poblanos, Denise Ip from Geisler Projects, Teresa Curl from the Museum of New Mexico Foundation, and Joya Kiza from the Casa Unlimited. Thank you for your collaboration, creativity, and belief in this project from start to finish. To our local vendors and partners, including New Mexico United, the University of New Mexico Press, Dion's, and so many others represented here today, thank you for trusting us with your brands and your stories. You are what make these places feel special, authentic, and alive, and we promise to be custodians of your story, your brand, and your products. On behalf of everyone at WHSmith North America, thank you again to the city, the state, and Sunport, our partners, and our teams. We're proud to be part of Albuquerque's future and play a small role in creating a travel experience that reflects the spirit, creativity, and generosity of New Mexico. Now I'd like to introduce our partners to say a few words. Firstly, please join me in welcoming Matt Remby from Los Poblanos. The Remby family has built one of New Mexico's most beloved brands, and we're incredibly proud to partner with him here at Sunport. Following Matt, we'll hear from Teresa Curl of the Museum of New Mexico Foundation, whose partnership has helped shape the artists, cultural institutions of this state into the heart of the airport in a truly meaningful way. And finally, we'll be joined by Cabinet Secretary Deborah Garcia Gregorio from the New Mexico Department of Cultural Affairs, who will help close out this afternoon. Thank you again for all being here. We hope you take some time to explore the stores and spend some money and enjoy the space that we've created together. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Matt Remby. I run Los Poblanos on behalf of my family. On behalf of Los Poblanos, thank you for being here and for taking the time to celebrate this moment with us. We really view this as an honor to be here representing New Mexico and the best of New Mexico with all these amazing makers right here in our own state. And being part of what's being created at the Sunport. It's an honor. Los Poblanos has always been deeply rooted in New Mexico. What began as a small family farm in the Rio Grande Valley has grown into a place where agriculture, hospitality, craft, and community all come together. None of that would have been possible without the support of my family and the vision, actually, of my mother, who's here today, Penny Remby, right here. She and my father instilled in us the deep love of place and of Albuquerque and of our state and our culture. And her vision and stewardship of Los Poblanos from the very beginning has been the catalyst for this, and we're proud to carry that going forward. Hey, please make your way to the what the heck? I also want to acknowledge our team. We have an amazing team at Los Poblanos. None of this would happen. Chefs and cooks and therapists and farmers and herbalists and beekeepers, and we have our marketing and design team here. We have our merchandising team here, and they really helped create the vision for this store. So thank you so much to them. Bringing products to the airport gave us a chance to share a small, honest piece of New Mexico where people are arriving from and departing to all over the world. And that's something we take seriously and something we're very proud of. But the Sunport is really not just an airport, as all of us know. It's really one of our great gathering places. It's a little bit like the Pit, a little bit for all you people who are 70 years or older, the Alvarado Hotel, maybe your local church, a farmer's market. It's a place where New Mexicans and Burqueños cross paths. It's where stories begin and end, and where so many of us feel a sense of pride in who we are and where we're from. And that spirit is exactly why we wanted to be part of this. So thank you. So we're grateful for WHSmith North America. They approached us, I think, almost 3 years before the RFI or the RFP was put out, which just shows their commitment and vision to be part of this. It was 2021 during COVID, and they flew out. We met outside and had this discussion of what local would look like at the airport, and they've just been great partners all along. They hired a great local team, and it's Brian and Greg and their team operating all this. These guys have really represented New Mexico well on behalf of WHSmith North America. So thank you again for welcoming us into the Sunport. Oh, I want to say one other thing. Jane's Construction did a phenomenal job. It's very hard to build in this environment. It's very hard to do retail in this environment, and I didn't know that till about a year ago. So it's a complicated place. I've been really impressed with all the team here. Also want to just thank Evan Geisler. It's actually, his name is Yvonne Geisler, but it says Evan here on my piece of paper. Where's Yvonne? Where is Yvonne? Yvonne is also a JV partner, but he's been a consistent source of great design for Los Poblanos and a lot of our spaces, and he really helped shape a lot of these spaces and ensured that it felt aligned with our brand. So thank you, Yvonne, for all your hard work on that. Yeah. And now it's my pleasure to introduce someone who has played an essential role in bringing New Mexico's cultural institutions and local makers in this space. And actually, none of this would have happened without her. She is the catalyst for all of this, and it's Teresa Crow from the Museum of New Mexico Foundation.
I'm a catalyst. Woo! You know, it's been a long road, and I want to start by thanking WHSmith because of the quality of that company. They listened to us, and they really understood that New Mexico is a special place. You might go to an airport and see that there's not much to make it local. That's not true in New Mexico, and WHSmith was really made changes to how they do business to allow more local partners and to allow more local business into this airport, because they knew it was what would make a difference here. And I really honor that, and I honor the company because I am really honored. I started my career here at the Albuquerque Airport with Avila Retail, had many, many years with Avila Retail, and then ended up at the New Mexico Museum Foundation Shops, which is a wonderful place to showcase New Mexico arts authentically. And I was so excited when the leadership of the foundation said they wanted to partner and to do a license with a museum store at the airport because of the marketing opportunity. Our state is like no other, where there are 5 museums and 8 historic sites that are together under one Department of Cultural Affairs. I think some states don't even have a Department of Cultural Affairs. And I just think that it helps to showcase what is wonderful about New Mexico. So I'm so proud of the NMMH shops and all of the vendors that have jumped through all the hoops to be at an airport and to be here as our vendors. Also, a central part of the story is the work of Native American artists and makers whose traditions and creative expression have shaped this region for generations. We are honored to represent artists from the Northern Pueblos, the Hopi and Navajo Nation, and other indigenous communities whose work is featured throughout our store. Their artistry, heritage, and voices are essential to the cultural identity of New Mexico, and we are deeply grateful for the opportunity to help share their work with travelers from around the world. By having our presence here, we're able to connect visitors directly to the artists, writers, makers, and small businesses that define this place and this state. Every purchase made in the shop helps cultural programming across the state and keep resources circulating locally. The connection between commerce and culture is something that we care deeply about, and we're grateful to the airport and our partners for making it possible. The real heart of the stores, though, is the extraordinary group of local vendors and partners who work to fill the shelves and bring these spaces to life. Many of them are here today, and I'd like to take a moment to recognize them. And that is not just the museum store, but all of the WHSmith stores that are here. I want to thank you to Dion's. These are iconic New Mexico brands. Dion's. Oh, if you could hold your clapping till the end, and we'll do it all at once. But thank you to Dion's, the University of New Mexico Press, 1912, Shop Duke City, Los Muertos, New Mexico Blue Corn, Seraparito, Upside Goods Candles, Mata G, Verde Juices, Meow Wolf, Los Poblanos, New Mexico United, Kay and Molly Textiles, Hush Hush Scotty, Scott Lyon, and Laura Martinez with the 10 Connection, and all of the other local makers and businesses who are part of this project and who help make these stores feel unmistakably New Mexican. Please join me in thanking all of these vendors and their partners for their contributions. Also from day one, Brian Anderson and his team, every single member of his team, the people at the registers now where people cannot shop right now, they have been wonderful and accommodating and very welcoming. They take ownership of their jobs and they love their stores. And I really, really appreciate every one of you. And finally, it's my pleasure to introduce someone. The cabinet secretary wanted to be here, but with the legislative session going on, she sent in her stead two very good people for that. That is the director of the Museum of International Folk Art and the director of the Museum of Indian Arts and Culture, Charlie and Danielle. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Danielle Means, and I am the Executive Director of the Museum of Indian Arts and Culture. On behalf of the New Mexico Department of Cultural Affairs and Cabinet Secretary Deborah Garcia y Griego, it is a pleasure to celebrate the opening of the Museum of New Mexico shops here at the Albuquerque International Sunport. For many visitors, the Sunport is their first impression of our state. And for New Mexicans, it's often the last stop before heading out into the world. This new space is more than a retail location. It is a gateway to stories, artistry, and living traditions that make New Mexico unlike anywhere else. Through this partnership, the Museum of New Mexico Foundation and WHSmith, travelers will encounter work of Native artists, folk artists, local makers, authentic expressions of the cultures that have shaped this place for centuries. Each piece carries a story. Each purchase supports artists, traditions, and communities across our state.
I'm Charlie Lockwood, the Executive Director of the Museum of International Folk Art. The Museum of New Mexico Foundation plays a vital role in this work that Danielle just described. Its support helps fund exhibitions, education programs, and visitor experiences at the 4 state museums in Santa Fe, as well as New Mexico Historic Sites and the New Mexico Office of Archaeological Studies. This new Sunport location extends that impact, connecting travelers directly to the museum system, inviting them to continue their journey by visiting our cultural treasures in person. The Department of Cultural Affairs oversees 7 museums, a cultural center, 8 historic sites across New Mexico, as well as library services, archaeology, historic preservation, and the state's arts division. Together, they preserve our past, celebrate our present, and inspire our future. They're not just destinations, they're shared treasures that belong to the people of our state. This new shop reflects what we believe at the department, that culture is one of our state's greatest strengths, an economic driver, a source of pride, and a powerful way to welcome the world. We're grateful to the Museum of New Mexico Foundation, WHSmith, the Sunport leadership, and the city of Albuquerque, and all the artists and partners who made this vision possible. So today, we're not just opening a store, we're opening a door to New Mexico's extraordinary cultural landscape. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. So I would like to gather all of the local partners, the MRG team, all of us from Sunport and Mayor Keller. We're going to line up here and do a big ribbon cutting to commemorate this opening.
Take this baby out.
Yep. Wait, so it's not in the photo.
So it's not in the picture. Oh. Potentially. I don't think it will be, but just in case. Let's just put it over here.
Thank you.